This is WKYT This Morning.
Good Friday morning to you. I'm Michelle Chamberlain.
And I'm Bill Bryant, and it's so good to have you with us here on WKYT this morning to start off this brand new day and the holiday weekend. And now at 6 a.m. we are learning more about the prostitution ring that a former Franklin County constable is accused of running.
2 fatal crashes in central Kentucky occurred within an hour of each other, and it appears wet road conditions may be to blame.
And with the holiday weekend here, many Americans are planning to hit the road later today. Coming up, you'll have lots of company, so we'll tell you how to keep your family safe if you'll be traveling this weekend.
We are dry out there this morning. We head in towards your afternoon, and your afternoon, small chance of rain in the forecast again today. Temperatures there in the mid-80s. We're going to talk about your weekend forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Let's get right to the news on your Friday.
New details have emerged in the case against a former Franklin County constable accused of running a prostitution ring.
We've been following the case against Thomas Bonta for weeks now, but for the first time we're hearing from one of the women he allegedly employed to provide sexual services. WKYT's Mark Barber is at our live desk with some new information on that. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. These new allegations that high-powered politicians were involved in the prostitution ring are outlined in court documents. However, those papers do not identify any police officers or lawmakers. According to the Kentucky Center for Investigative Reporting, a woman who claims Thomas Bonta hired her to work as a prostitute said he told her that her clients would be upscale men who were married but wanted some excitement on the side. One woman said she had sex with the man in the Capitol Plaza Hotel for $500 and then saw that man on TV later. The 67-year-old accused of running the prostitution ring worked as a Franklin County constable from 2011 to 2014. Some of his alleged prostitutes were students at Kentucky State University, and another alleged prostitute was a student at Western Hills High School. According to court documents, Bonta's clients would often go to his home and a security business to have sex with the girls. He has been indicted on a number of charges, including promoting prostitution. The case against him and Hendra Valentine, a man who worked for him, is scheduled to go before a judge later this morning. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you. Lexington police say witnesses helped rescue a woman after she crashed on Leestown Road this morning. It happened about 2 hours ago when a woman lost control and flipped her SUV while getting onto the on-ramp to New Circle Road. Police say her SUV landed in a ditch. She's been rushed to the hospital but is believed to only have minor injuries.
Police say 2 people were killed in 2 separate central Kentucky crashes Thursday. The first happened on US 27 in front of Bethel Harvest Church in Nicholasville. Police say 30-year-old Jeremy Hampton died after his vehicle crossed into oncoming traffic and hit another car head-on. We're told the other driver was taken to the hospital. We don't know their conditions.
The second deadly crash happened about an hour later on I-75 in Lexington. Police say a vehicle overcorrected and flipped near the Athens-Boonesboro exit. The coroner says 77-year-old Ronald Himes died at the scene. 2 women were also hurt. One has head trauma, the other apparently with minor injuries. Police think the wet roads may have been a factor in that.
And it is tragic that there were 2 fatalities that close together. What my recommendation would be, especially when it's raining this hard, to just be careful. Give yourself some extra time, give yourself some extra space.
Police closed all southbound lanes of the interstate for about 2 hours following the crash. All lanes are back open this morning. And friends of a teenage girl injured in a deadly Casey County crash tell us she is slowly getting better this morning. Police say 19-year-old Madison Dobson was injured after 62-year-old David Bryant crashed his truck into 2 cars on Highway 70 West on Wednesday night. Bryant died in the crash. Police say 36-year-old Jeremiah Cooper and his wife Stephanie were also injured. We do not have any updates on their conditions. Investigators say Bryant was under the influence at the time of the crash.
Heavy rains led to some scary moments for several college students exploring Hidden River Cave in Hart County. 19 students from Clemson University and 4 tour guides were forced to wade through neck-deep water after water quickly filled the cave during yesterday's storms. Tour guides say water is normally about ankle deep in the cave, but once it started raining, they knew the water would begin rising in a hurry.
We seen it started raining real hard. I mean, it's torrential downpour. I mean, it's real heavy rain. So we knew how quick the cave will flood and how fast and everything. So we knew we had to get back there and find them and get them to come out.
2 police officers became briefly trapped while trying to help the group get out. Luckily, everyone made it out without injuries.
Well, they'll never forget that for sure. Heavy rains also caused issues in areas of Wayne County. Take a look at these images showing just how strong the flash flooding was at times there. High water swept away several cars parked off Highway 167. Heavy rains also caused localized flooding and even some small sinkholes in other areas of the county. And at one point, emergency management officials say 6,000 people were left without power. Officials say nearly all of the power was restored by around 9 o'clock last night. With more rain in the forecast for the holiday weekend and a lot of folks traveling, remember, you can stay ahead of it. Make sure you have the WKYT weather and traffic app for your iPhone or smartphone.
2 young students are waking up co-champs of the Scripps National Spelling Bee. The 5th grader from Texas and 7th grader from New York beat out nearly 300 other students Thursday after correctly spelling a series of challenging words. This is the 3rd straight year the contest has finished in a tie.
Sometimes those words would even be hard to pronounce.
I know, right?
Let alone spell. They are smart and did represent Kentucky so well, certainly, the ones who went up there from the Bluegrass State. All right, we have finally made it to the weekend, the holiday weekend that so many people have been looking forward to, and it's going to be busy as expected.
Yeah, with it being a holiday weekend, you can expect plenty of people on the roadways. WKYT's Mike Byer is live in Lexington, helping us get ready for the holiday weekend. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Michelle. It's Friday, which means it's Memorial Day weekend. A weekend AAA projects more than 38 million people will be on the roadways for. Now, the company says this will be the 2nd highest Memorial Day traveled on record since 2005. When you crunch the numbers, about 700,000 people will travel compared to last year. Officials believe the reason is due to lower gas prices and airfares around the country. Now, before we hit the road, AAA is urging us to get our batteries and tires checked. At the same time, the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety and Kentucky State Police are reminding us to buckle up. In 2015, there were 588 people killed in motor vehicle accidents. Of those 588 people killed, 358 were not wearing their seatbelts. So to recap, get your batteries and tires checked, and after that, just make sure you drive safe and remember to buckle up. We want to get to our destination safe and have a fun weekend. Live in Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
A good looking start to the day. We have a mixture of sun and clouds outside and no rain. That's the good news as you're walking out the door early this morning. If you're about to take off for travel plans, traveling is going to be great anywhere across the state of Kentucky. If you're heading westbound and heading toward Missouri or heading toward Illinois, that's where you're going to be running into rain. Other than that, it's a good looking start to the day. If you're traveling later on this afternoon, that's going to be a little bit different story, especially southbound. If you're heading south into Tennessee, that's where we're going to be seeing the majority of our showers and thunderstorms. But by the afternoon, anywhere from 2 p.m. to about 8 p.m., you know how it goes. That summertime setup. You could have a few thunderstorms spark up, and there is that small chance of rain in the forecast. Temperatures right around 86 degrees. Pretty steamy. Add a little moisture to the mix, and yeah, it's just not going to be that good of a feeling of a day. We get in towards your weekend. Your weekend, here are your plans. Few storms in the forecast. I would say Sunday and Monday are probably your driest days out of those 3 if you're trying to make plans. But Saturday, yeah, you're looking at the Horsey 100. Yeah, it actually goes from Georgetown to Frankfort, Frankfort to Versailles. This is a cycling event back toward Georgetown. So a lot of riding with those cyclists and a lot of people traveling. So just keep that in mind as you'll see that those people rolling around. It's going to be for your weekend. You'll get the better opportunity for rain on Saturday as opposed to Sunday. Sunday, remember, is only about a 30% chance of rain. Saturday is about 40 to 50%, but that muggy feel will be with us. Cornbread Festival going on in Monticello. That will be the talk. Well, the flooding yesterday will be the talk of the town there for tomorrow for your festival. So just keep in mind, stick to your events, but just know you'll have to adjust around a few of these storms as we travel off into the afternoon hours and into the evening. Those are your best bets, but none of these days are washouts. So, yeah, I would stick to your plans, head out and about. Lakes will be packed, people will be traveling. Estimated a lot of people traveling on the roads. So just
good news about the weather. And,
yeah,
you know, that cornbread sounds yummy.
Doesn't it right now?
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is like our lunchtime.
That'd be a fun place to go. Thanks so much, Micah. Each morning we bring you weather and traffic together. Here's Officer Don with a look at what's happening out there on the roads. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, we get to start off with collision-free on the circle. Hopefully it'll stay that way. No problems on the inner or outer loops or the exit ramps. Also check for Sales Road, looking good coming in from Woodford County. Let's get a look outside and show you what's happening with the real-time traffic flow. And as you can see, inbound from Nicholasville, we're okay. A lot better shape on Harrodsburg Road now through the crossover. Drive times from Nicholasville's 13 minutes, Georgetown 17, and Paris 18. Now back to you in the studio.
Okay, thank you so much, Don. And of course, as we've been saying, anticipate that traffic picking up as the day goes along here on this Memorial Day weekend. A lot more news coming up on WKYT this morning on your Friday. It's now 6:10.
Investigators have made a breakthrough in the search for the missing Egypt Air flight that crashed last week. How a new discovery could lead search teams to the wreckage in 6 minutes. Hey there, welcome back to WKYT this morning. Your time is 6:14. President Obama makes an historic trip to Hiroshima, Japan today after attending a 2-day summit of G7 leaders.
Yeah, he's just landed there, and the visit is the first ever by a sitting U.S. president, and it comes 70 years after the U.S. dropped an atomic bomb in the city during World War II. Weijia Jiang has the latest from Hiroshima.
President Obama's solemn visit to Hiroshima comes 7 decades after the U.S. decimated the city with an atomic bomb. As expected, the president did not apologize for the incident. Instead, he stressed the strong bond between the U.S. and Japan, two nations once at war.
It's a testament to how even the most painful divides can be bridged.
President Obama later joined Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe at Peace Memorial Park to honor more than 100,000 people who died in the blast. 88-year-old Lee Jong-koo survived with radiation burns to his entire body. Rather than dwell on the destruction, he's focused on the path ahead. I didn't think the city could be rebuilt so quickly, he says. It's wonderful. The 30-acre park, complete with its stunning granite archway, serves as a constant reminder of the toll of war. American visitor Jose Prince says it's now up to the U.S. to spread a message of peace.
We as Americans in particular have a responsibility to show the world that path forwards.
At this week's G7 summit in Japan, President Obama acknowledged looming concerns over North Korea's nuclear ambitions. He says he's working with China and other world leaders to address the threat, a sign the international community is learning lessons from the past. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, Hiroshima, Japan.
The 2016 presidential candidates continue stumping for votes in delegate-rich California. Ahead of the state's June 7th contest, Donald Trump officially secured the number of delegates needed to clinch the GOP nomination. Trump is now weighing plans to debate Democrat Bernie Sanders one-on-one, excluding his likely Democratic opponent, Hillary Clinton.
The chief investigator in the Egypt airplane crash says search teams have picked up a beacon in the Mediterranean Sea believed to be from the doomed aircraft. Investigators say their search is narrowed down to a roughly 3-mile radius. However, they say it doesn't mean they will find the plane's black box, which contains flight data and cockpit voice recorders. All 66 people on board died in last week's crash. Japanese government officials now say at least 7 people were injured when an engine fire broke out on a Korean Airjet this morning. The fire started just as the plane was preparing to take off from a Tokyo airport to South Korea. It took firefighters about an hour to put out the blaze. Government officials say the roughly 300 passengers and 17 crew members were evacuated. Baylor University says it is demoting Ken Starr from university president to the chancellor of its law school. At the same time, Baylor head football coach Art Briles was suspended with the intent of termination, and the school's athletic director Ian McCaw was placed on probation. All 3 have come under fire for the university's handling of sexual assaults involving Baylor football players.
Your time this morning is 6:17. A judge threw out a request from Verizon to hold 2 union locals in contempt. The company says striking workers damaged the vehicles of non-union replacement employees. Verizon claims that those on strike have threatened, intimidated, and harassed non-union fill-ins since the walkout started back on April 13th. A new Associated Press poll finds 4 in 10 Americans plan to dip into the Social Security benefits before reaching their full retirement age. Americans can begin collecting as early as age 62, but their benefits will be reduced by up to 30%. The data also showed 44% of Americans report Social Security will be their biggest source of income during their retirement. Facebook and Microsoft are banding together to build a giant cable under the Atlantic Ocean. The cable will relieve their reliance on telecom companies for bandwidth and deliver faster services to customers. The cable will stretch from Virginia all the way to Spain. So that's going to be something to watch and see that built and eventually benefit from, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So WKYT this morning is just getting started. Mother Nature gave a Western Kentucky police officer quite the fright yesterday. When we return, see the dash cam footage that captured every moment.
Dry this morning. We get into your afternoon. Here come a couple of more rumbles of thunder, and that goes for your weekend, too. I'm going to break that forecast down for you. Coming up next.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back into WKYT this morning. Glad you're with us. 6:22 is the time on your Friday.
Wet road conditions may be to blame for 2 deadly crashes in central Kentucky on Thursday.
And that's what's trending at this hour. Investigators say 2 people were killed in separate crashes within an hour of each other. The first was in Nicholasville, where 30-year-old Jeremy Hampton died after being involved in a head-on collision. He crossed into oncoming traffic. And the second happened on I-75 in Lexington, where 77-year-old Ronald Himes was pronounced dead after his car flipped near the Athens-Boonesboro exit. A quick check on weather now, all important as folks are making the plans for the weekend. Here's meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, we're pretty dry out there this morning, so there's some good news as you're walking out about. If you're about to travel anywhere, it looks pretty good. I don't see any problems whatsoever. If you're heading off into work and think, well, do we have any rain later on this afternoon when I'm going to start packing up my car and taking off? The bulk of the rain, watch the movement on this. This is moving north and northeast, not toward the east, not toward us, but moving north of us. So we're going to be seeing mainly dry conditions much of your day, but watch out for a couple of rumbles of thunder to spark up as we travel off into the afternoon. Temperatures are there in the 60s, and then we finish off right there in the mid-80s, guys. Small chance of rain in the forecast. We'll have that chance as we go off towards your weekend. Saturday is going to be your better chance of rain as opposed to Sunday and Monday. So we're going to be seeing those chances of rain each and every single day as we travel through the next few days.
Okay, thank you very much. Just heads up on all of that, right?
Good to know.
Make your plans. Coming up on 6:24, you may want to turn down your volume for this next story.
Well, 2 reasons. One, it would be...
Wow, that explosion was made by a lightning strike caught on a McCracken County Sheriff's deputy's cruiser dash camera in Paducah yesterday. The concussion from the strike knocked the camera from its windshield mount after it hit a nearby house. No one was injured, but the home was damaged by the lightning.
It can be scary when it hits so close by, you know.
Yeah, indeed.
Really, yeah.
An underground fire in downtown St. Petersburg, Florida went from bad to worse very quickly, and the whole thing was also caught on camera.
I just blacked the traffic off.
Oh,
my
there it is
goodness.
there. The explosion sent manhole covers flying. Nearby firefighters narrowly avoided the blast. Power had to be shut off to the area, and that forced several businesses to close while utility workers sorted everything out. So,
That's interesting. They got that on camera.
Yeah, troubling situation there. Look at that. Oh, okay. Well, you're probably awake now, right, on your Friday morning.
To blast on video.
Those sights and sounds. Yeah, 6:25 the time. Friday on WKYT.
When WKYT this morning returns, thousands of cyclists are expected to be out across central Kentucky this weekend. More on the 39th Horsey 100 coming up at 6:30.
All of our top stories are on the way, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is $218 million, and Saturday night's Powerball jackpot is $90 million. We'll be right back on WKYT this morning.